If you're a HDB upgrader, you felt the buzz. You've heard the stories from your friends and you've seen the news that ECs are always selling out. And now, the two most anticipated launches are on the horizon. Coastal Cabana EC in Pasir Ris and Revel EC in Tampines. And the number one question we always get is, why is the demand for EC always so high? And is it all just hype?
But here's the question you should be asking yourself. Do we qualify for the EC purchase? Can we actually afford the EC purchase? Does buying an EC really make sense for your family requirements? And what are truly the advantages of living in an EC?
Welcome to Sarah and Ronald Presents Fun with Flats.
Today, we are going to cover the potential pitfalls that HDB upgraders or even first-time buyers may encounter especially when purchasing ECs. So we are going to explain a three-part strategy and game plan, and this is crucial because this is your chance to leverage on this opportunity to build a life-changing wealth.
So why do we all want an EC? First, let's answer the main question. Why the high demand? It's not hype. ECs are essentially a uniquely Singaporean cheat code in wealth building, and it hits three key desires. Firstly, the entry price advantage. So this is a big one. ECs are a hybrid. So the developer actually buys the land at a subsidy from the government, but on one condition is that they have to sell it to Singaporean families like you. So what does that mean? It means that you can get a brand new EC at 15 to 30% less than the brand new private condo right next door. So on a $1.8 million property, you could potentially be sitting on $300,000 of capital gains from day one. There's no other asset in Singapore that can give you this.
Point 2, the lifestyle upgrade, and this is the emotional why. You worked hard your whole career, build up your savings to make this move. Now you're looking forward to having that swimming pool, gym, barbecue pit, tennis courts. It's all about the lifestyle. So you will, envision yourself hosting your kid's birthday party at the clubhouse, inviting your friends over. So you want to look forward to have that feeling of arriving home as well as rewarding yourself for this exclusivity that you have achieved.
Lastly, the 5-year and 10-year profit plan. So this is the most brilliant part. The EC is a wealth preservation tool and it has 2 unlock dates. So after the 5 years MOP, you will be able to sell to Singaporeans and PRs. So this wider buyer pool combined with your low entry price is historically why we see significant price jumps. So after 10 years, your EC is now a fully privatized condo. Now you can sell to anyone, including foreigners and companies. And your asset is now competing at a full private market price. Look at past projects. The gains from those who bought at launch day are life-changing, and this is the desire.
So we have talked about all your dreams and desires of why upgrading to an EC. But moving on, here is the reality check. So we are actually going to discuss on what are the possible pain points that can affect this dream of yours. So in this part, we are actually going to discuss on how we can strategize for you whether you're choosing the Coastal Cabana in Pasir Ris or Revel EC in Tampines. The first and most heartbreaking mistake is failing the eligibility check. So for purchasing an EC, there is a $16,000 combined income ceiling. So HDB doesn't just look at your most recent payslip, they actually look at other components within, such as incentives, employee benefits, or even any director fees. So you must get your income accessed properly before you even proceed with the e-application. Another mistake will be that buyers are under the impression that they are first-time buyers. However, this mistake we'll actually have to be asking ourselves where, are we really a first time buyer? Where did I take up a resale grant while purchasing my resale HDB previously? Or did your parents actually add you as co-owners years ago? This could potentially be disqualifying you as a first time buyer. So if you're a second timer, there is a resale levy that you must pay, and it can be up to 55,000. And this resale levy must be paid in cash. If you don't budget for this resale levy that has to be paid in cash, your entire financial plan will be derailed.
Next, the financial surprises. So this is the number one mistake that first-time EC buyers make. So you go to a bank and you tell them you want to apply for a loan, and the banks use TDSR. And they get back to you and tell you that you can loan up to 1.5 million, and you're excited. But for a new EC, banks must use MSR, which is your mortgage servicing ratio. And this caps your loan at 30% of your household income. So on that initial 1.5 million loan that you thought you qualified for, you will now only end up with 800K, and that is almost halved.
The 6 hidden costs. The purchase price is not the final price that you are paying for. So you must take into consideration and budget for. First item will be the buyer's stamp duty. So on a purchase of a $2 million property, this buyer's stamp duty amount is almost $70,000. Number 2, the legal fees. So legal fees for BUC projects are around $3,500. Number 3, renovation. So even though that you'll be getting certain fittings and appliances directly from the developers upon your purchase and key collection, some families typically will still do their own renovation works to cater to their family needs. Number 4, your MCST fees. This is your monthly maintenance that is usually paid quarterly. Number 5, property tax. So your EC purchase is definitely of a higher annual value as compared to your HDB. So the last hidden cost would be your property mortgage loan. So you have to factor in your mortgage repayment once you collect your keys.
Next, the deferred payment scheme. So this is unique to ECs and is offered by the developers. Basically, what you will do is pay only the 20% down payment required at the start and nothing else until you collect the keys. So this sounds amazing, but to get this convenience, you will end up paying 3 to 5% premium. So on a $1.8 million unit, that is an extra 70K. Some might feel that this is a financial trap just to pay a higher price to get your desired unit. But ultimately, we need to look at the bigger picture. So the deferred payment scheme is to allow you to continue staying in your current HDB and only sell once your key collection for your future EC is ready. So you are paying this premium to buy back time and comfort of having your own home while your future EC is under construction.
Next is the most stressful part, which is the selling timeline of your property. So if you sell too early, your EC actually won't be ready for the next 3 to 4 years. And what is the solution then? If you're looking to rent at $4,000 a month over a period of 3 years, that is almost $150,000 in cost. So at this point, maybe paying the premium for the deferred payment scheme will start to make a lot more sense. So thinking of selling your HDB later then, this is a very detailed strategy that it has to be planned out, because you will need to sell your HDB to align it when your keys to your EC are ready for collection. So you will require your sales proceeds from the sale of your property to finance the key collection of the EC. So this then means that your property and your sale is subjected to what the market conditions are 3 to 4 years later. So what really is crucial here is your price expectation when the time comes, and the detailed selling strategy that is involved. So what then is the ideal solution? You can consider selling right now and moving back into your parents' place if it's possible. So this will allow you to buy at the best price possible, cash out now, and plan towards your EC purchase.
Lastly, the 10-year exit and resale challenge. So this is the final point. Is your EC a good investment? So at the 5-year MOP point, will there be an oversupply? Will everyone in Pasir Ris and Tampines be selling, and will the prices crash? So this is a valid fear. So this is where your project choice is critical. Revel EC in Tampines is your safe haven. You're in a regional centre, and Tampines is a mature estate with loads of amenities and top schools. So this creates a deep, resilient pool of future buyers. On the other hand, for Coastal Cabana in Pasir Ris, this is your lifestyle play. You are buying into the future transformation of Pasir Ris with the upcoming BTOs, the integrated transport hub, and a by the sea lifestyle.
What about the future exit plan? Who are your buyers? So for Revel EC at Tampines, your buyers will most likely be families who are looking to move into a mature estate with more amenities and be closer to the more popular schools. While for Coastal Cabana, your future buyers will be the lifestyle seeker who wants to be living close to the park and beach as well as the convenience of the downtown east area. Knowing this now is a strong indicator to which unit will be more suitable for you. So maybe a young family upgrader will be willing to pay a premium for the Tampines Revel EC to be closer to the more popular schools, while a lifestyle upgrader might be looking for potentially a 3-bedder in Coastal Cabana with an unblocked sea view.
So, the demand for ECs is high, and it's not because of the hype. It's because the why is so powerful. But the why is meaningless if you fall into one of these traps. You're not just buying a home. You're buying a multi-million-dollar financial decision. And you don't just need any property agent. You need a property partner with a clear game plan.
But a guide or a playbook can't replace a personalized strategy. Your personal finances, your current HDB property, that is all unique to you and every client. So our team is offering a complimentary consultation where we won't talk about the show flats, but instead we will confirm your eligibility and criteria if you are qualified as a buyer for an EC project, calculate your loan amount, and stress test your finances, and lastly, to map out the strategy and game plan for your HDB sale timeline.
This is how you go from an anxious applicant to a confident property upgrader. This is one of the biggest financial moves that your family will make. So don't leave it to chance. Book a consultation with us today. My name is Sarah.
And I'm Ronald,
Your property partners. Let's plan your property journey the smart way.